What's up, everybody? This is Rob Scow here with Homes in Southern Maryland, powered by eXp Realty. Today we're going to talk about the top 3 towns in Charles County, Maryland. Alright, so before we get started talking about those top 3 towns, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content about living in Southern Maryland. Honestly, we love helping people move to or within Southern Maryland, so use that contact information below and we'd be happy to help you make those decisions. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the top 3 towns in Charles County. I got this information from niche.com, which is a great website and a great app to kind of go deeper into areas that you want to move to and just kind of get a good feel of the area before you move to it. And as always, if you're wanting to go on a tour or go see those areas, let me know and I'd be happy to take you on that or give you some tips on where to go as well. Okay, so the first town we're going to talk about in Charles County is Plata, Maryland. So Plata, Maryland has 10,000 residents about, and it's definitely got a small town, kind of densely suburban feel to it. There's lots of different little town centers and kind of things like that where you can go shopping with chain restaurants and chain shopping, but there's also a fair amount of small local businesses there too. So there's a real diversity in the amount of places that you can shop and you can go look for different things. Now, the nice thing is there's it's on the outside of Waldorf, which is kind of a more densely populated area, so it does have more of a slower suburban feel, and there's tons of things to do for families and outside green spaces and stuff like that. The cost of living is a little bit higher than Waldorf. The average house price is around $330,000, but that's still affordable compared to other areas in Maryland. So it can be a great choice for a family looking to start out and maybe be in that more rural, dense suburban feel and not have that same feel as Waldorf or some of those counties even further to the north. So town number 2 we're going to talk about today is Waldorf. So when a lot of people think of Charles County, a lot of people think of Waldorf, and that's because it's one of the, if not the biggest towns. Waldorf has 75,000 residents. And there's lots of stuff to do in Waldorf. There's lots of diversity, there's lots of different restaurants, there's lots of different shops, there's just tons of different shopping, and it's home to Southern Maryland's only mall. So lots of that cool stuff. And actually for such a densely suburban area, there's lots of green space too. There's the Indian Head Trail, there's Cedarville Park, there's all types of stuff you can do outside. And one of my top favorite things to do in Waldorf is going to the Southern Maryland Blue Crab Stadium and just catching some baseball, but also spending time with family. It's just a great experience to go out there. And if you want some more pros and cons about living in Waldorf, I've linked my video right up here about what I think the pros and cons of Waldorf are. Spoiler alert, one of the cons is the traffic. With that many people in that area, the traffic can get a little bad, but I kind of go into more, I go into more detail above in that video you can see linked up top. All right, so the 3rd ranked town in Charles County is Hughesville. So Hughesville is the southern kind of border between Charles County and St. Mary's County. And it's a unique area just because it is close enough to DC that one member of a household could travel to DC, and it's close enough to Pax River, which is the Naval Air Station in St. Mary's, where you could comfortably still travel there. So if you have a household that may be somewhere working in DC or other areas around DC or even Waldorf, and another member of that family is working down at Pax River, it can be a really great compromise to live in Hughesville. Now, Hughesville itself only has a few thousand residents. It's a pretty rural feel to it. The neighborhoods are smaller and they're more spread out, but the houses are bigger, the lots are bigger, and if you're looking for that slower pace kind of outside of the town center feel, then Hughesville can be great. Another drawback of Hughesville though is there's not lots of stuff to do right around Hughesville. A lot of the times you have to travel to Waldorf or maybe go down to Charlotte Hall or even into California, Maryland to really get to those shops that you would want, you know, Target and Lowe's and all that kind of stuff. But that's kind of the price you pay when you want to live in a more rural area than say Waldorf or La Plata even. All right, so those are the top 3 towns of Charles County. Again, I got this information from niche.com. It is a great website, and I really recommend looking at it, especially before you go look at houses and you look at new areas and explore new areas. It is a great resource for anyone to use when they're starting to search. So if you want some help, if you need to kind of take some of that information and pare it down, or you just have some questions, make sure you reach out to me using that contact information below. I'm always happy to help you make those decisions about moving to Southern Maryland. And again, if this content was helpful and you want to hear more about living in Southern Maryland, click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content on this channel. All right, have a great day and see you later.